Hi, I'm Pastor Randall Neal at Zion Lutheran Church here in Hopkins. Pastor Schultz, these last several days, the weeks before Easter, has been sharing some devotional time, some thoughts, some ideas that he's been thinking about and praying about. And I wanted to share with you some of those things that are on my mind at this time of year. Today is Holy Saturday, we call it. It's the Saturday before Easter. And tomorrow morning at dawn, we will be celebrating the resurrection of Jesus Christ. What an exciting time. Now, of course, as we know here and throughout the globe, we are not able to gather together in person as we would like to be. So we're doing virtual and looking forward to it. I know we have a very special Easter celebration lined up with some special music, with the message. The flowers will be here. So it should be a wonderful time. And especially this year, I think, with the COVID-19 virus that's affecting not only us, but all folks throughout the world, it's quite a life-changing event. And I've received, as I'm guessing you have, several things from a variety of people, just words of encouragement and so on. And I wanted to share one or two things with you this day. One of our members, usual Saturday night worshiper, she sent a poem. It's entitled How the Virus Stole Easters by Christy, I think it's Brothur, Brother. Christy shared this, and it's a nod to Dr. Seuss in that style. So I want to read it, and then I've got some things that Jesus said to us as words of encouragement. "'Twas late in 19 when the virus began, bringing chaos and fear to all people, each land. People were sick, hospitals full, doctors overwhelmed, no one in school. As winter gave way to the promise of spring, the virus raged on, touching peasant and king. People hid in their homes from the enemy unseen. They YouTubed and Zoomed, social distance and cleaned. April approached and churches were closed. There won't be an Easter, the world supposed. There won't be church services and egg hunts are out. No reason for new dresses when we can't go out. Holy Week started, as bleak as the rest. The world was focused on masks and a test. Easter can't happen this year, it proclaimed. Online and at home, it just won't be the same. Monday, Thursday, Good Friday, the days came and went. The virus pressed on, it just would not relent. The world woke Sunday and nothing had changed. The virus still menaced, the people enraged. Pooh-pooh to the saints, the world was grumbling. They're finding out now that no Easter is coming. They're just waking up. We know just what they'll do. Their mouths will hang open a minute or two. And then all the saints will all cry boo-hoo. That noise, said the world, will be something to hear. So it paused and the world put a hand to its ear. And it did hear a sound coming through the skies. It started down low and then started to rise. But the sound wasn't depressed. Why, this sound was triumphant. It couldn't be so. But it grew with abundance. The world stared around, popping its eyes. Then it shook. What it saw was a shocking surprise. Every saint in every nation, the tall and the small, was celebrating Jesus in spite of it all. It hadn't stopped Easter from coming. It came. Somehow or other it came just the same. And the world with its life quite stuck in quagmire stood puzzling and puzzling, just how can it be? It came without bonnets. It came without bunnies. It came without egg hunts, cantatas, or money. Then the world thought of something it hadn't before. Maybe Easter, it thought, doesn't come from a store. Maybe Easter perhaps means a little bit more. And what happened then? Well, the story's not done. What will you do? Will you share with that one? Or two or more people needing hope in this night? Will you share the source of your life in this fight? The churches are empty, but so is the tomb, and Jesus is victor over death, doom, and gloom. So this year at Easter, let this be our prayer, as the virus still rages all around everywhere. May the world see hope when it looks at God's people. May the world see the church as not a building or steeple. May the world find faith in Jesus' death and resurrection. May the world find joy in a time of dejection. May 2020 be known as the year of survival. But not only that, let it start a revival. Isn't that marvelous? I thank Christy Bother for writing this piece and putting it in a humorous and yet meaningful perspective, because we are living in fear. And yet Jesus tells us not to be afraid. In so many different places, Luke 12, we're recorded that Jesus is telling his disciples not to be afraid when he taught them how God cared for them much more than for sparrows. And how about on Easter, tomorrow? Do you remember what happened? The story, the resurrection? Jesus told the woman who came to the tomb what? Rejoice, do not be afraid. Fear's a universal thing. We have concerns about loved ones, our needs, the unknown future. How can we learn to have faith? Well, my friends, the Lord has given us a foundation on which to build our confidence in him. In Hebrews 13, verses 5 and 6, we're told, he himself has said, I will never leave you nor forsake you. The Lord is my helper. I will not fear. So on this Easter Eve, on this Holy Saturday, my prayer for you and for all of us is that we not give in to fear, but we have the hope of a bright future through Jesus. Amen.